Hello everyone, welcome back to Populous 3, the beginning. Last time, we went through level 20 Archipelago and faced up against the Bikini in a lots of lands. Lots of little lands. And today we're going to be doing level 21 Fractured Earth, which is pretty much the opposite of that. We've got ourselves a very large area of which we can have, well, this is the only landmass in the entire game, actually, in the entire level. And we're facing up against the Bikini yet again, and this time we'll get ourselves the Volcano Bolt of Knowledge, the final spell in our arsenal, as well as a Stonehead and a nearby totem pole. The Bikini, of course, have got themselves a very large population, and will be threatening us throughout most of the level. So we've got to do something about that, and it looks like just the condition in order to slather some nice, lovely hot lava all over them, as I do love doing. So we've got plenty of land to begin with. The only thing is that the level itself is a little bit strange, as to the fact that the water is red, and also there's lots of screaming in the background, which we will hear soon enough. And also a few other things that we'll be getting into as the level goes on. But in the meantime, however, we're just going to be laying down things for our base as normal. Get some huts down, get some training huts down, because as per usual, we do start with nothing, as is the kind of norm. And that's fine, there's plenty of wildmen around, quite a few trees, despite this being a fairly dead area. And praying at that totem pole allows us to cast a flattened spell on a fault in the world. Over the course of this level, there are going to be some volcanoes that are going to erupt. And there are a couple near our settlement which are rather bad news. So charging up land bridge at the start is quite a good idea, because as you can see, this hole is starting to get a little bit steamy. If we let it, this will actually erupt into a full volcano, and while it might not destroy your settlement, because by that point you probably wouldn't have built it all that much, it will still slather deadly land all over your would-be settlement, which is a building thing. And a volcano does erupt there, and I don't really know where it is. I think I'm looking in the wrong place, but whatever. It's not anywhere near the Bikini settlement. That'll be for later. But we're also going to be sending some Braves to the Stonehead. They're not really stopping us, really. And also trying to make sure that we're ready for any attack that comes our way. So I'm setting a few things up. As well, so I can also show what is Stonehead. Is the Erode spell. On a place mostly covered by land. Kind of high land, I guess, so if you wanted you could be a bit strategic with it, but I don't really use it. And can you come over to say hi? I kill the swamp. How else do I solve any situation? I mean, not one that requires thinking. But no. No, we should probably stop those guys from, attacking us. Just maybe just a little. So we can kind of see what kind of things the enemy can do if they're left in your settlement for too long. They kind of tear it to the ground. Not exactly just them specifically, but, it's something at least. Yeah, the Stonehead is nearly done. It'll only give us 2 uses of a road, thankfully. But we definitely want to get some Fire Warriors going, because as you may have already seen, they have got themselves a balloon hut, and they're going to use it. You of course, can use balloons in this level. It's not restricted like it was in level 20. And there is absolutely no reason to use boats. Firstly, because boats are kind of bad, and also because there's no real place in order to use them effectively. So, there's also another volcano that is right nearby a settlement, but unless you actually build down there, it shouldn't affect your settlement in any way at all. So you can happily just seal that one off, create the other totem, and that one will be fine. Also, if one of the totems seems like it would kind of drift down into the ravine next to the settlement if you're building in the same way that I am, but I don't really I haven't let it go off in order to confirm that. Maybe I'll go and do that since the start of the level anyway, just to see exactly what happens. I may have done so out of curiosity before, but it doesn't make a difference. So we're just stopping the Dakini from attacking us, and the Dakini will attack round about these kind of locations where my fire wars actually are. They'll kind of vary it every now and then, but as you can see, they come over via magical shielded enemies, which are immune to Swarm, but not immune to Hypnosis, or Hypnotize as it were. So thank you very much. I forget the name of that, but thank you very much anyway. I'll check for Fred afterwards in order to say my thanks. But yes, very, very helpful tip, since it makes these guys so much easier, because usually I'll just cast Swarm just before they arrive and hope the Swarm goes to them, but the Swarm is as terrible as you expect. And we don't really want that guy coming back, like those guys, so we're going to convert them into a creature. But, very easily taken care of. And we got ourselves some balloons. I'm also building some guard towers there. I have no idea why. I'm just bored, I guess. There's not really much to this level, honestly. So we might as well just destroy some things, because that's always fun. And tornado placement could have got a lot better. But we're just going for the volcano Vault of Knowledge, which weirdly enough is less guarded than the Angel of Death Vault of Knowledge. I don't know why that is. I mean, this isn't really very intimidating for us. I mean, ooh, a spy training hurts. They have never used spies in this level as far as I've ever known. And also, you may notice the screen is shaking a bit. That's because I believe earthquakes can also randomly happen across the surface, but I've never actually really seen one. Maybe in the past, and I just don't really remember. But according to a GameFAQs guide that I used many years ago in order to get through these levels the first time because I was really dumb, and also because this game is actually kind of hard when you don't know what you're doing, it did say that earthquakes happen. And of course we will see some random lightning flashes here and there. I do see a couple of them in the video. But they very rarely hit something. And that looks like they're coming to attack me, but it looks like there's a lot. But it's just a load of just 3 or 4 guys just shouting up the top of their lungs like every 5 seconds. I'm not going to get through the swamp. How do we do that? So I'm now going to spend 4 blasts in order to get rid of him, because I know of no other way of getting rid of a goddamn war. Actually, that one actually does space. No, it's the other one. Another one gets through my swamps by going around. How very, very intelligent, you lucky person, you. And I thought he'd actually like follow into that. He'd walk into that swamp, following the same path that the other guy had gone through. But they're not that dumb. And also, it is kind of hilarious blasting guys around the Vault of Knowledge, because they'll sometimes do that and then launch off the Vault of Knowledge. But yeah, I use 4 blasts on him, as I usually do. But anyway, we're going to get ourselves some volcano. And honestly, you can probably guess what we're going to be doing for the rest of this video, because this video is not very long, because not a lot happens in this level. Because, well, quite frankly, there's not really much to it. It's just you go and get volcano, stop volcanoes erupting on you, and then get volcano, defeat Dakini. That's the thing with these levels, they are rather short. Yet again, my shaman is really bad at actually going inside balloons. Just get away from that, because the Vault of Knowledge is kind of interfering with it, but kind of not really. And also, praying at the Vault of Knowledge actually causes another volcano, which doesn't really seem like it make much difference, but actually it works in my favour. I totally planned that. Yeah. Anyway. It's time for us to go over to the Bikini Settlement and slap over them. Hot, lovely lava. God damn it, lightning! Stop doing that. It's kind of thing when you like cast a spell, even when you just come into range, it's a little bit weird. You have to best to actually just wait inside the range for a bit. But even though it looks like there's a like impenetrable wall of fire warriors, not really, because you've got longer range with lightning than they have with their towers, which is always hilarious. So, also we didn't actually hit that guy as well. I thought that I'd hit him, but nope, doesn't really actually make a difference because he doesn't seem to. Actually, yeah, he did shoot, which was on the half health. But anyway, a nice little placement for volcano, and that will do us quite nicely. Since we did get a free use when we got to the Vault of Knowledge, we might as well use it. But since we both now have Angel of Death and Volcano again, I'm probably not going to use them unless I just happen to get a lot of mana. But anyway, we don't need to go the long way around. We can, of course, just go through the lovely back door, which is fine by me. So we're going to go over and attack. I would do if they all weren't attacking me at the same time, but you know how that works. So I get hit by a guy in a balloon, which is a bit annoying. It's fine, I cast some lightning down in his face. It's fine. So, now that we've gotten rid of pretty much most of their attacking force, we can just waltz in there with absolutely no problem. We haven't managed to recover, but that guy's building a bloody hut right in our new path, that sneaky little bastard. I'm gonna end his life. Like, seriously, end it. And then they also come attacking the other way. Maybe there's some nearby Braves that just want to build that hut as well. Whatever, all I know is that I'm just going to murder him and his family. Technically, his family is what I just killed because they're all Braves, but he because we're just gonna roll through the Bikini tribe and destroy them, as we usually do. So yeah, you may have noticed a pattern in levels that things aren't exactly being too difficult for us. And levels are tend to end the kind of same way. Gameplay does get rather samey as the game goes on, because there's not really many variations to killing dudes in your base meme joke somewhere, I guess. But otherwise, we're just taking them out. And apparently I kept another 2 minutes of this for some reason, because I ran out of things to talk about. Enjoyed a nice battle music. That's my excuse. Or maybe if I didn't keep cutting it every single time I go to World View, because I'm literally addicted to World View. It's a really bad habit of mine. I do apologise. I know that I go into World View a lot in videos. It's just so convenient just to see where everything is. I do like it. It's also a good check to actually see what's around me, because I'm kind of limited with the kind of screen I have. And of course we've got it. Because she casted Swarm, she saved her life temporarily. But I think she's kind of run out of uses of. She also uses Tornado. I didn't actually notice that first time around. She does use Tornado a little bit later. But, that's after she gets shot in the face by a few firewalls. That's always fun. Yeah, I think she's kind of ran out of spells, really, because if her best defensive moves are using Tornado, and it's also sweeping up some of my force, which is really annoying, then, I don't know, it's kind of weird the way that the enemy charges up their spells. But anyway, we've now made it to the end. It is time for the Bikini to be defeated and the level to be eliminated. Because of the way that her reincarnation set isn't really connected or anything, you can actually use those road spells in order to sink down after a reincarnation set and to keep her stuck. But considering I completed the level in 31 minutes and my shaman didn't die at all, none of my buildings were destroyed, this is not a particularly tough level. Neither is this one. But it is much, much better. See you guys then.